Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me for Tapping on Tuesdays at 2. Today, I'm very excited to have a special guest, but before I introduce her, I will introduce myself if you are here for the first time. My name is Denise Flood. My passion is holistic wellness and helping people to raise their frequencies to change their life. I provide private and group sessions, and in settings like this, to add value to our community, both locally and worldwide. I am a young living oils educator and leader, and I am also a recording artist, and I have a CD coming out on Friday. I'm really excited. I'm going to post it here, and I hope that it also will bring value to you. There's an amazing tapping meditation on it that it's not me. It's all from divine providence. So no further ado, let me introduce my very special guest, Amber. Amber is one of my most trusted and valued friends. She is also a leader in the Kintsugi Collective, which is where I originally met her. She has two companies. One is Amspiration that she'll tell you a little bit about, and also the Creative Movement Academy. So I'll let Amber introduce herself, and we'll put her link down in the comments after the show.
Sure. I am Amber McDaniel. For those of you who don't know me, like Denise said, we met through Kintsugi Collective is our nonprofit, and we were hosting retreats starting, 2 years ago now. So we have just grown in our friendship and in business, and it's just been amazing. If it wasn't for her, I would not be here. I would not have oils. I wouldn't know what to do with them. I wouldn't have been able to treat my family from home holistically with the wisdom and the knowledge that she has and that she has gifted me with, and she's pulled it out of me. It's all in there to begin with. So I'm just so blessed by her. So anybody who's here, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're following her, because you're following the right person. Like she said, I own two companies. Kintsugi Collective, I co-founded with my partner, Tracy Warren. And then Amspiration Creations, my slang slogan, I guess you could say, is creative is my name and resourceful is my game, because that is what I love to do. I love to take the things that we have and create from them. Because a lot of times we forget that we have the resources right here in our hands. And then I love to take something old and turn it into something new and let its journey and story continue. And then Creative Movement Academy is just in the beginning stages of development, but it is all based upon movement through creativity and expression of your innermost being, your emotions, being able to release that through creativity, including your children and your family in that. But most of all, worship and worshiping our Heavenly Father, and doing that through creativity and partnering with Him in that. And that is my passion. There's so much, but that's where my heart is at. So that's just a little bit about me. Oh, and I have a little girl. She's 6, and her name is Amelia, and she is Denise's little buddy. And then my husband, Marty, and he, just to give you ladies some encouragement whose husbands are rebellious, he was not about any of this at all. And he has really just blossomed and been so much more open to oils and applying them and allowing me to apply them. And, so it's just awesome what these oils have done for my family.
I love that, and I love you, and I love your family.
Yes.
My buddy, and I just love how you're raising her to be connected.
Yes, thank you.
So let's just take a moment. We'll do a little breath exercise to get us in space, and then we'll do a little prayer, and then we'll start our work.
Sure.
So if if you hold your hand out for anybody that wants to join in, and again, I encourage you to follow along as Amber and I tap, because even though we are doing it, it's going to resonate with you. And when we tap together, whether it's in person or no matter where it is, we are all connected and we all serve each other in this way. So let's take a breath together. I'm going to do the 5 breath hand meditation, where we just breathe in, going up the finger, hold it for a moment, and breathe down. And so it's in and out. 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 And this just gives us a minute to gather ourselves and be on the same plane, so that we can take a moment to then get into a space where we are in sync and can do our work together. It allows our body to calm, because a lot of times when we're tapping, it can bring things up. And if we start in a calm space, the things that come up are easier to reveal because we're not holding tight. So I am going to say a short prayer or meditation. Anything that does not serve you with my words, please feel free to change them to your own. I try to speak to the person that I'm working with in a way that spirit, divine intelligence, God brings forth. So breathe in. Dear God, I ask you to be fully present here and now with Amber and I, and to radiate out to all who listen to this recording. May your plan for our abundance, our peace, and our vitality come forward, so that we may accept the gifts you have and the talents you have given us, and use them well in this world in service to you. Amen.
Amen.
So we did have a little chat, everybody, before we started, and Amber brought up 2 things about financial freedom. And one was that she felt she was stuck and that there was something, a spiritual piece connected to that. And the other is the level of worthiness that she feels around financial freedom, being debt-free, being abundant. And so lately I've been working with a book, and I'm going to show you because I think it's fabulous. It is an old book, as you could probably see. It is well worn and used in my home. It's called The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. And I think we're all working on financial issues and freedom, especially during these very challenging times where we've had to pivot our lifestyle, our businesses. We've had to recreate things. And I think that it's all purposeful. It's all so that we can bring the God-given talents that we've been given out into the world. And prosperity and self-confidence go hand in hand. And that's the other side of unworthiness. And so when you think of the word unworthy, Amber, I want you to feel it. Where do you feel? If you say, I feel unworthy, I'm unworthy of abundance, where is it in your body? In your throat. Okay. And I can tell people I felt it right here, and I could feel myself constrict a little bit, even just talking to Amber. So we're all working on these things in many, many levels. And can I ask you, say, I'm unworthy.
I'm unworthy.
And where do you feel that? If one is the most unworthy and versus you are a gift of creation on 1 to 10, where would that be? 1 being that unworthiness is overwhelming.
I'd say I'm like teeter-totter, right in the middle, a 5.
A 5. Okay. So I'm going to write that down. And I encourage people who are watching, if you think that to yourself, do those 2 things. Think where you feel it in your body and give it a number. And Amber has her water. I'm going to show you. Before you tap or do any kind of work, I always suggest water. Water helps us to process. It helps our entire body and being work. We are a large percentage of water. It helps our electrical systems. It helps our neurons fire. And so take a drink of water. And we're just going to start. So I'm going to go over the points of the hand, and I know Amber knows these, but for people who don't, it's side of the hand, top of the eyes, side of the eyes, and this is very gentle. You'll feel the bone right there, just very gentle, 2, 3 fingers. If you feel like you need to take your glasses off, you could do that. Under the eyes, right there where the bone is, under the nose, under the mouth, top of the chest. You'll feel like, right eye just go like this, but if you go like 1 inch or 1/2 inch down, you'll feel a little indent, be there. Or I often go like this because I'm getting the whole thing. I'm also tapping on my thymus, which is in the middle of your sternum. And that helps to stimulate your immune system. So especially right now, and when we work on things that are troublesome to us, we can, it's a good idea to stimulate your immune system, because when things are troubling us, our immune system tends to go down. And so this is a good way to raise it. And then you're going to go right under where a woman's bra line would be. Just tapping gently, the top of the head. And then a breath and a sip of water is what we'll be doing. If you have learned other points or a different routine, do what works for you. Again, any words I say, any things I use, feel free to make it fit for you. And the reason I say this is because to me, everything is intention. If you're sitting someplace and you simply can't tap, even if you can't even do this, this is what I suggest if you're somewhere, the thought of tapping is effective. We are that innately intelligent that we can allow our body to let go of stress and to raise our frequencies simply by our intention. I also, you heard Amber talking about essential oils and myself as well. The 2 oils I asked Amber to bring to the table today, one is frankincense. To me, that is an oil that works on everything, anytime. If you have that oil or you want to go get it, pause the video. When you do go to smell an oil, start down here and you'll swirl it as you're breathing in and out as you go up. That way you're getting all the notes and it is affecting all of the vibrations of your body. It goes directly into your olfactory system. Essential oils are one of the few things on the planet that can pass the blood-brain barrier, which makes them so effective. That's why I wear a little diffuser necklace, because If I need to, I just do that. Essential oils are incredible because they work without us having to do anything. Okay, they are an adjunct to every other piece of work that I do. The other oil I asked Amber if she had, which I think is phenomenal, is Abundance. And Abundance is an amazing blend of oils. And we'll talk later, maybe not even on this video, but I'll mention it. I anoint things with my Abundance oil. And it just sends that beautiful frequency out into the world. And the reason that I'm so fond of essential oils for work is because I truly believe the phrase that God spoke the world into being. And when he created the plants, he spoke them into being, and they carry that God frequency. And that is why you only want to use pure, 100% therapeutic grade essential oils. I suggest Young Living, but just make sure your bottles say that 100% pure therapeutic grade, so that you are putting only the purest things in and on your body. Okay, so we took a sniff of frankincense, and frankincense to me just brings me right to a place of deep centeredness. And so that's where we want to do this work. So if I had to guess again, just even sniffing frankincense and listening to what I'm saying, what would you say your level is now? Do you feel like it's changed at all, Amber?
It's funny you said that because, or even asked me that, but my throat isn't as tight, and I would say I'm probably at a 6 now.
Okay.
And I didn't have Abundance for those who are on, but I walked past my Palo Santo and I just had a feeling I needed to grab it. So I have that one here too.
And it's interesting. Palo Santo is another sacred oil. It's actually from South America. It is a sister or brother oil to frankincense, and has been used by the indigenous people of South America for millennia. So it always amazes me how science is now proving what the people have known simply by their innate wisdom, allowing that to come through. So let's get started and say, even though I have these feelings of unworthiness,
even though I have these feelings of unworthiness,
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I have these feelings of unworthiness,
even though I have these feelings of unworthiness,
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I have these feelings of unworthiness,
even though I have these feelings of unworthiness,
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Top of the eye, I feel unworthy.
I feel unworthy.
Side of the eye, all this unworthiness.
All this unworthiness.
Under the eye, it has held me back.
It has held me back.
Under the nose, I feel it in my throat.
I feel it in my throat.
Under the mouth, it's stopped up.
It what?
It's stopped up.
It's stopped.
It's my throat stopping me.
Tight, and it's stopping me.
Mm-hmm. How else would you describe
that? Tight. Constricting.
So this tight, constricting feeling.
This tight, constricting feeling.
Under the arm, it's stopping me.
It's stopping me.
Top of the head, it's holding me back and I don't like it.
It's holding me back and I don't like it.
So take a sip of water. And I'm going to say there are some people who don't like the phrase,
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
right, thank you. Woo! Okay, maybe I need to tap on that one. Well, we all need work. I'm right here with you. And you can change that to whatever phrase works for you. And we're going to change it here now so that you can see how that might work for anybody who's joining us and you as well. You as well, Amber. Okay.
Sure.
So, I am unworthy.
I am unworthy.
And I believe this can change.
And I believe this can change.
I have told myself I am unworthy.
I have told myself I am unworthy.
And I want to change that now.
And I want to change that now.
I have been told I am unworthy.
I have been told I am unworthy.
And that is not my truth.
And that is not my truth.
Top of the eye. I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
Side of the eye. For accepting.
For accepting.
Under the eye. The belief that I am unworthy.
The belief that I am unworthy.
Under the nose, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
Under the mouth, for believing I am unworthy.
For believing I am unworthy.
Top of the chest. This is just not true.
This is just not true.
Under the arms. It is so not true.
It is so not true.
Top of the head. And I am willing to shift this belief today.
I am willing to shift this belief today.
Do you feel any shift?
Oh, I was seeing shift. I was getting pictures as I was doing it. You know me. Yeah. So I can't remember the process, but as I said, I was here and I was feeling this right here, and it's embroidered. And I could see like a weaving and a knitting of something, you know, like embroidery, like a beautiful art piece of work, you know. And I was like, but I knew that it was me. And then in the beginning, I felt like when I was saying, you know, I forgive myself, I'm sorry for accepting that and whatever, I could see like myself telling myself that and like giving myself a hug. And then at the very end, you know, and I said, this is not okay. And I know this is not my truth. I could just see this, like, it was almost like an invisible force of like shoving, like something just moving and shoving out of the way.
Oh, I so love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So if you are watching this and you've had any type of feelings or thoughts like that, just take a little moment to jot down a few thoughts about it so you don't lose that. And
what I say to that is trust it. Don't dismiss it, even if it doesn't make sense, because it may make sense later. And I just say that from experience.
Yes, yes. And I realize that with you. You have so many divine inspirations. And that is part of stepping into that confidence for you of, whoo, here I am, world, and look at my creations. And I am a worthy, worthy, worthy vessel to allow these to go out into the world.
Yeah.
So another part of tapping is to just thank that, because if we didn't have those feelings that were rising up, we wouldn't know to step more fully into who we are. So we're going to do a round of tapping on that and then move right into a phrase I want to leave you with. Okay. So, I had thought I was unworthy.
I had thought I was unworthy.
That's just not true.
That's just not true.
I felt it in my body.
I felt it in my body.
And I've learned to set it free.
And I've learned to set it free.
It may come back.
It may come back.
But now I have tools.
But now I have tools.
And a belief.
And a belief.
That I can release it more fully each time.
That I can release it more fully each time.
Because I am a divine manifestation.
Because I am a divine manifestation.
Of all that is good and right and holy.
Of all that is good and right and holy.
Thank you, feelings of unworthiness.
Thank you, feelings of unworthiness.
Side of the eye. Thank you for bringing me to where I am in this moment.
Thank you for bringing me to where I am in this moment.
Thank you for inspiring me to release you.
Thank you for inspiring me to release you.
Under the nose. Thank you for how you have protected me.
Thank you for how you have protected me.
Under the mouth, until I was ready to do this work.
Until I was ready to do this work.
Top of the chest. I am ready.
I am ready.
Under the arm. I am willing.
I am willing.
Top of the head. I am here to serve.
I am here to serve.
Little sip of water. So if you had to just take a moment and say where you are when you think of the words, I am unworthy, what level would you give yourself in this moment?
An 8.
Nice. That's quite a ways from the 5. And we're just going to bring it home, I hope, with this beautiful phrase from this book, Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, because I feel it's so, so appropriate. So I'm just going to say, tap right here on your chest and repeat after me. This is a time of divine fulfillment.
This is a time of divine fulfillment.
Miracles now follow miracles.
Miracles now follow miracles.
And wonders never cease to manifest.
And wonders never cease to manifest.
As the divine plan of my life.
As the divine plan of my life.
This is a time of divine fulfillment.
This is a time of divine fulfillment.
Miracles now follow miracles.
Miracles now follow miracles.
And wonders never cease to manifest.
And wonders never cease to manifest.
As the divine plan of my life.
As the divine plan of my life.
The work of my hands.
the work of my hands,
and the plans of my life
and the plans of my life
are now moving quickly toward a sure and perfect fulfillment.
for a sure and perfect fulfillment.
I anticipate the good
I anticipate the good
in God's right action.
in God's right action.
I now place my trust.
I now place my trust.
I am a part of all that is good,
I am a part of all that is good,
and good shall be victorious.
and good shall be victorious.
And so it is.
And so it is, and so it may be.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to place those phrases in the comments later when we post this. So, what level are you now?
I'm going to say a 9, and only because when the word quickly came up, I felt this like wall. So I know that's probably where I need to move into nextly. That next, in the process is quickly.
Take a little sniff of that frankincense and the Palo Santo. Did you smell that?
I have had it open underneath my nose the whole time.
Put a little bit on your wrist.
Okay.
Maybe just go like this on your forehead. And you know what? That is something I'm glad you brought up, because often when we tap, we think we're tapping on one issue and another issue comes up. And that is the process of us being human here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I've been doing this for 20 something years and I still tap. This is the way of this world, and for us to raise our energy and our frequencies, often we're confronted with things that people say, things that have been told to us in the past. Maybe it's an injury in our body. I will be doing on Wednesday a tapping for a friend who runs a chronic pain seminar. And oftentimes those places we hold pain in our body are memories that have happened to us that we went, oh. So something happened in your life that brought that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we're tapping for another day.
Yeah, totally.
So very much for joining me. I'm going to end our video so that I can just take a moment and be with Amber. But thank you so much, everyone who is tuning in, either today or in the future. This will be up for you to work on how, and you may need to do it numerous times. Mm-hmm. And any questions, put them in the comments or feel free to message me. I would be happy to help.
Absolutely. Bye.